Hey, welcome. I hope you guys are doing good. Thank you for joining me. Today's reading is the person on your mind. What are their intentions towards you or in your relationship or something that could possibly affect you? Okay, so what are their intentions? There are three groups for you to choose from. Group 1, the Rainbow Moonstone. Group 2, the Clear Quartz Geode. And Group 3, the Blue Apatite. Alright, so Group 1, 2, and 3. If you need to pause the video for a moment so you can take some time to choose your group, feel free, but I will see you guys in your readings. Hey, welcome. If you've chosen the first group, then this reading is for you. If you've chosen the Rainbow Moonstone, the person on your mind, what are their intentions towards you? We have the King of Swords in reverse, Queen of Cups upright, and the Empress upright. Okay, so it feels like their intentions are to take a more laid back approach in your relationship. And with you, they may not want to come on too strong, be too dominant or come across too dominant or assertive. It feels like they plan on maybe like taking a back seat almost, or just being a bit more maybe reserved. But it feels like overall, like they intend on making you feel more comfortable by not being maybe too much or by being too controlling, or they could be separate intentions in not wanting to be controlling and wanting to make you feel comfortable, but they do intend on letting you take the lead, with these two strong feminine cards here and the masculine card being in reverse. It feels like they want you to shine, or they want to let you shine in some way. Their intentions are not to do anything that might come across as manipulative or, taking advantage. So they plan on being honest and fair and acting with integrity. And with the King of Swords coming up in reverse, this, for some of you, this could be them in the past, or their past intentions. Maybe they weren't always positive, or their intentions weren't always well thought out and considered, or maybe their intentions towards other people. So but it just feels like moving forward they do plan on being a different person, and that's their intentions to be this different person. So moving forward, like their intentions are to use their power, their influence appropriately. They intend on showing you that they want to or are going to make better decisions. They could want to avoid you, potentially mentally, emotionally, or physically detaching from them. They want to show you that they can be like less harsh, or show you that they aren't always like unsympathetic, if that's something that you've been dealing with them. And they may also want to show you that they understand what the consequences might be if they lose you, if they lose, whatever kind of connection that they have with you. Say if this is a friendship, say if this is a family relationship, romantic, work relationship. It feels like they want you to know that they are aware of the consequences if your relationship with them is to go tits up, For some of you, it could be the consequences that they might face if they lose the privileges that you offer them, or something else you are more aware of. So at the moment, their intention is to be more aware and cautious of themselves around you. You know, their intentions are to give you emotional support when you need it. They plan on showing you through their actions that they care about you. So if this person is quite a logical thinker, they plan on doing less of that, and instead trying to be more intuitive with you and going with the flow and being able to read your emotions, not in a logical way, but intuitive, you know? So for a lot of you here, this person also has the intentions of showing you that they desire you, that they want you around, they want you in their life, that they maybe desire you more than they have let on so far. They could also have intentions of boosting your confidence. They could want you to feel value and appreciated. And they could also want to show appreciation for your kindness as well. They could also intend on being very generous with you, sharing their success with you. They have intentions of uplifting your creativity, if any of you here are quite creative. And all in all, like, they just have intentions of fostering a harmonious energy or environment between the two of you. So we also have, it's not everyone else's fault, it's yours. We have some good stuff is about to happen. Stay strong in your faith. What does it say here? So it says a positive outcome is dependent on you keeping a positive mindset. We have X, reunite with a lost aspect of your soul. We also have turn over a new page. And I will do these three towards the end, okay? So with turn over a new page, clarified by the Ace of Wands, it is their intention to turn over a new page in your relationship and possibly, within themselves, how they show up with you and in their relationship, maybe in other relationships as well. So it's not that they intend on really changing the relationship, but changing themselves for the benefit of you and the relationship. With it's not everyone else's fault, it's yours. It feels like it's also their intentions to not place blame. Whether they've been doing this internally and placing, the blame unfairly on you, or, maybe you're aware of it, maybe you've picked up on it, maybe you're not aware of it, but it feels like that's their intention, to not place blame anymore, to be more mindful of that. It also feels like it's their intention to be positive when good stuff happens for you. There's a part of them that could feel like a bit, with Five of Cups, maybe feel a bit dejected when they find out good things are happening for you. So it feels like maybe they want to change their perspective surrounding that as well. So with stay strong in your faith, it says a positive outcome is dependent on keeping a positive mindset. So it feels like their intentions are to foster a positive relationship between you guys, or like environment, so that you guys can have a positive outcome or just move forward in a positive way. And they may recognize that they're the ones that need to make those changes, you know. And with X, reunite with a lost aspect of yourself, it feels like their intentions are also to reconnect with you in some way, maybe even reconnect with themselves so that they are able to show up as a better and healthier person. And finally, we have quiet, we have non-competitive, and we also have hypocritical. So it feels like it's their intention to talk less, you know, and maybe be less negative, maybe be less critical, or like if they were quite loud, it feels like their intention is to really just rein it in and to kind of like let you take the lead, let you shine, let you kind of be like 2 steps ahead or on a pedestal, you know. So yeah, it could be their intention to take a bit of a step back within themselves so that you can take a step forward, if that makes sense. And it's their intention to not be competitive with you. Like if there's someone that can naturally feel quite competitive with people in general, even if it's not specifically directed at you, if that's something that they recognize within themselves, it feels like it's their intention to just be very mindful of that, to make sure that they're not doing it with you, you know. Like, you know, some people may try to like one up you. You say that you know, done this amazing thing and they've done, you know, that like 5 times over. Like, if, I don't know, some people are aware of it, some people aren't aware of it. And if the person you're asking about has that kind of vibe, then it's definitely their intention to be more mindful of it. And finally, it's their intention to be less hypocritical. This could either be them being hypocritical or just critical, you know, or a bit of both. But yeah, that's all I have for those of you who chose this group. I do hope it can be helpful, and I'm wishing you the best. Okay, take care. Bye. Hey, welcome. If you've chosen the second group, then this reading could be for you, the person on your mind. What are their intentions towards you at the moment? All right. So we have Knight of Cups upright, Knight of Swords upright, and we also have the Tower in reverse. So at the moment, their intention is to be honest with you about something, maybe something external to your relationship. This could also be them being honest about something that you want to know. They could intend on taking a small step back from your connection just to see how something unfolds and to wait before making any big decisions about you or the relationship. They could also have intentions of not leading you on and setting very realistic expectations within your relationship. It's their intention to continue getting to know you while being careful of, you know, possibly making promises or commitments that they can't keep. So it feels like they, you know, they do plan on being very realistic in regards to what they can offer and, you know, how they're able to move forward with you right now. So they plan on being, you know, quite transparent or as transparent as possible in terms of, who they are, maybe what they want, what they're able to offer. They intend on being cordial, and this cordialness it could be with you specifically, if this makes sense. It could be them being cordial with other people in your life. But when it comes to you, it feels like their intention is to just really fill out the situation. They don't plan on, being pushed or being forced, which is another part of the reason for wanting to fill the situation out or the connection out before making any decisions, or making any promises or commitments. It feels like they aren't trying to make any mistakes. They have intentions of, showing you that they support you. They plan on seeing if there is a real and genuine emotional connection and relationship between the two of you, and exploring that further if there is. The person you're asking about, they could also have intentions of sharing something that they do creatively with you. It feels like they want more open communication from you specifically, and they want to give you the space, the time for that to happen, maybe organically. Like, again, they don't want it to be forced. They don't want you to feel forced or feel pushed. They want it to happen organically. And, they could already think that you guys are quite compatible. And this is another reason why they want to take things slowly. So it's their intention to not let either of you down by not being too idealistic. And they also intend on being very encouraging towards you as well, if I haven't said that already. It is their intention to be assertive, or more so, or at least show you that they can be. But they do want to be very clear, and they don't want to leave things to be misinterpreted, So they do plan on showing you that they are determined in your relationship while also taking a relaxed approach, They also plan on showing you that they are ambitious. It's their intention to work through challenges and to confront things head on in your relationship and make sure that there isn't any confusion. They want to keep things smooth and steady. And with the Tower in reverse, it feels like they do want to avoid any upset, disruptions, and upheaval between you guys in your relationship. But having said that, they don't want to avoid difficult conversations, So they also want you both to hold on to the past, and this could be the past in relation to your relationship, but this could also be referring to outside of your relationship, like not forgetting where you came from or maintaining the strong connections you had with other people, goals and hobbies before you met each other. And it feels like, so for some of you, they don't want you guys to forget how your relationship started as well. Maybe the connection and the bond that you guys, had when you guys initially met. So moving on, we have the get over yourself, pull yourself together. We have forget fear. We have answered prayers, and it says all your great work has opened the door for divine solutions and support. We have food, eating, be mindful of the thoughts and the messages. No, it says be mindful of the thoughts that you are ingesting. Sorry. And we also have work of art. And I'll do these ones towards the end. So with the get over yourself, pull yourself together, it feels like it's their intention to try to confront any ego that is within your relationship, at least from their perspective, whether that's their own, whether that's referring to you. So on some level, it's their intention for both of you or one of you to get over yourself and to kind of remove that ego from your relationship. And with forget fear, it doesn't really feel like this fear is on their side, but for some of you, they could feel that it's coming from you. And if that is the case, if that does resonate, it is their intention for you to see that you don't need to maybe be fearful of them or nervous or anxious around them. With food eating, it says be mindful of the thoughts that you are ingesting. So it also feels like their intention is to be mindful of, keeping a positive mind frame and positive thinking when it comes to you. And to not digest too many negative things within your relationship. With answered prayers, this is a bit random, but for some of you, it's their intention for both of you to share your goals with each other. And this could be to see, in what ways you guys can support each other. It could be for another reason. With work of art, for a lot of you, this person could have intentions of making you feel beautiful or just, letting you know that's something that they feel and think about you. And finally, we have attentive, we have reserved, and we also have mean. So with attentive, it feels like their intention is for you to be more attentive towards them. And with reserved, it could be their intention for you both to be less reserved eventually. And finally, with mean, if something happened between you guys, if at any point this person was mean to you or you took something that they did personally, it feels like it's their intention to clear that up with you. But that is all I have for those of you who chose this group. I do hope it could be helpful, and I'm wishing you the best. Okay, take care. Bye. Hey, welcome. If you've chosen the third group, this reading could be for you. The person on your mind, what are their intentions towards you? at the moment. Okay, so I hope you guys are doing okay, by the way. So, group 3. At the moment, so we have the Seven of Cups upright, the Ace of Swords in reverse, and the Four of Pentacles in reverse as well. So at the moment, they could be kind of like considering a lot of different things when it comes to you, maybe a lot of different approaches they might want to take with you, and they can't really settle on maybe what exactly they want with you or what approach they might take. So they have all these things going on and through their head, so that they don't really plan on doing much at the moment because they haven't really settled on what that might be, you know? So until then, they don't plan on doing much. Right now, they're in a state of like stillness almost when it comes to you. They're in a state of thinking, fantasizing, and indecision, you know? So their energy, not necessarily their energy, but in terms of their intention and their movements and their action, it feels quite stagnant, you know, regarding your relationship with them. But there is a part of them that wants you to be some kind of escape for them, provide them escape from their reality, whether that be a crappy relationship, you know, a draining job, or something else you're more aware of. But they want you to provide them the escape. And even though they aren't sure how to approach you, they are using these fantasies about you as a form of escapism because they can't do it in reality, you know? And at the moment, they could actually be quite content with just fantasizing about you. But in the meantime, it feels like they plan on weighing their options with you carefully and working through their uncertainties, you know? And it feels like they don't want to approach you with that lack of clarity or that indecision. So that could be something that they're kind of working through at the moment. It is their intention to eventually be emotional with you, be vulnerable, maybe share something emotional. It's also their intention to get clarity from you, see where your head is at. But they could also want to get clarity from you to ease their indecision. So their intention is to, you know, eventually open up communication between you guys. It feels like they also want to express their fantasies with you. They may also want to express wanting to keep their options open, which could mean different things for each of you. This could be them expressing that they want to keep their options open regarding something outside of your relationship. For some of you, they could want to remind you to keep your options open in some way too. And again, like this doesn't really have to be referring to like say for example you're asking about romantic connection. It doesn't have to be referring to like dating other people. For some of you, it could be if that's, you know, something that you're aware of. But it doesn't really even feel like that for a lot of you. But it is their intention to let you know that they desire you. It feels like they want to clear the mental fog that they have before talking to you. or talking to you about something specific. For some of you, if this makes sense, it could be their intention to lie to you about something, possibly a relationship. But they also don't want for you to see them differently. That could be another reason why they plan on lying. At the moment, though, overall, it feels like it is their intention to hold off initiating a new beginning with you. You know, they do want to maintain some type of connection with you, but in terms of like moving forward, or just moving on to a next phase in your relationship, it doesn't really feel like they're ready or able to do that with you at the moment. But yeah, it's their intention to not be controlling, not place limitations on themselves within your relationship. They may also have intentions of overcoming feelings of jealousy, maybe towards you, regarding you. They could also intend on being more accepting of change, less fixed, and maybe stubborn in their thinking. It's also their intention to accept your generosity. And I don't know if I said this already, but they do want to foster more openness and honesty from you specifically to them. And it also feels like they have intentions of keeping their possessive side like under wraps, you know? And finally, we have, well, not finally, but we also have eat your vegetables. We have you eaten? You're acting like a big baby. We have wellness. The recovery of health and wellness is here. We have flying, and it says seek a higher point of view. And we have happy life. And I'll do these after. So with eat your vegetables, it could be their intention to check on your health or make sure that your health is okay. With have you eaten, you're acting like a big baby. It's their intention not to, let me see. It could be their intention to not come across too emotional. I know I said earlier their intention is to be emotional with you and more vulnerable. But they could want to do that in a way where they don't come across as though they are like moaning. With arise and see a higher point of view, it feels like it's their intention to check up on you, to like, I don't want to say spy on you, but like kind of like keep an eye on you from afar. And with wellness, again, like there's this message of making sure your health is okay. For some of you, for whatever reason, they could be concerned regarding your health. And finally, we have happy life, live a less guarded life. It feels like it is their intention for you to be less guarded with them, eventually open up to them. And finally, we have fearless, we have frugal, and we also have modest. So it could be their intention to eventually be a bit more fearless when it comes to you and the relationship that you guys have. It could be their intention to give you more, to be less frugal with you or within your relationship. And eventually it feels like it's their intention to be less modest. This could be related to you and having you be less modest when it comes to them. But that is all I have. For those of you who chose this group, I do hope it could be helpful and I'm wishing you the best. Okay, take care. Bye.